What are we Riven cast? Is that what we're going
Riven
with?
podcast.
He suggested Riven cast.
Riven cast?
Riven cast.
Riven
like
live.
The Riven life.
Riven live.
Riven live.
Riven live.
Live.
I like that.
There you go.
Riven live. There you go. I like that.
But it's
good.
not really live.
It's not? Are we editing this?
Well, this was recorded live, so we were
It
live.
was recorded live.
It was recorded.
Pretty tough to record things not live.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's...
We'll eventually go live with like
true.
Periscope and
Yeah,
Facebook.
for sure.
whatever.
Well, let's get this started. Today is what? 9/8/15, the 8th of September. We've got our first edition of Riven Live, the podcast.
A long time coming.
Yes, we have wanted to do this a long time.
Totally. I knew
I'm
all about
Adam
it.
Laga with my partner, Mike Hartle, and we have Ashley Smith as our co-host.
The best host.
That's right. So today we're going to do just a brief podcast. It's going to be shorter than our normal podcast. We're going to kind of just do an overview real quick. Like I said, I'm Adam Laga, and I like to describe myself as a husband, father, and businessman. And I've been married to my beautiful wife, Jen. We look at the camera. How do we do this?
You
I don't
can
know.
do whatever, because
You do
people,
whatever
if
you
people
want.
want to watch
You do
it,
you.
they want to watch
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been married to my wife, Jen, for 19 years. I started dating her 20 some years ago. I've got 4 kids. I have a lot of people that might know me on Facebook and any other social media know that I have 2 boys that are high school age, and they are both quarterbacks at Orem High right now. And then I'm a businessman. So Mike, I think some of the reasons why you and I get along so well is because I think we're similar in a lot of ways. You know, I have you down as
You're both
like
lame.
how would you describe yourself? Like,
Just
what would be
kidding.
your main things?
Well, first off, I mean, Adam's selling himself really short. I mean, to me, Adam's like, I don't know, kind of a good example of, I always feel like he's the coolest older guy that I know.
There you go.
And
Old guy.
and he's just a really good example to me of the kind of father and the kind of husband that I want to be. I mean, we're not that far different in age, but
12
you know,
years? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Yeah, 10 years.
How old are you?
Let's not talk about it.
How old
I'm
are
a
you?
child.
How
I'm
old are you?
24.
24.
Oh,
24.
I thought you were older than that.
Child.
Wow.
I know, because I'm so mature.
Yeah.
I've easily had you as a baby.
I know. It's
I mean, you
creepy.
would have been a baby.
This
but
is
I would've been,
creepy.
okay.
Yeah, old enough to be your father. Okay, now that we've established that. But yeah, Adam, you know, I think we're like-minded. We both care a lot about fitness and sports. We're into kind of the same things. And, you know, Adam is very well connected and very well known in the community. And he's just a real stand-up guy that I've always been really impressed with.
Thanks,
So he's
buddy.
really selling himself short. And his wife's amazing. His family's just all around the all-American dream family, honestly. Like,
Thanks, buddy.
from top to bottom.
We're
World-class
we're
genetics.
We're trying to get back up
Okay.
there. We
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to be closer.
Yeah. So anyway, we his kids are all studs. They've worked here. They've worked with me. You know, I just can't say enough good things about Adam. But me, you know, I feel like I'm just like Adam in a different phase. You know, a couple of years behind in phase of life. My kids are a little bit younger. I've been married for 12 years, and I have a beautiful wife as well, and have 3 kids. They're, you know, everybody loves their kids as much, but I like to think mine are a little bit extra special as well. So, yeah, I mean, we're just similar, like-minded, have similar values, and I think that's kind of what led us, you know, kind of to be such good buddies and partners. So now, how about you, Ashley? Why don't you give us a little bit of an edge?
Oh, boy.
First of all, Mike and I, we knew that it would really be a lame podcast if it was just
Super
you and I
lame.
talking. So we were like, you know, we need a girl on the show, and we both instantly thought of you, Ashley. So the
flattered.
pressure's on.
So flattered.
Ashley's a little bit irreverent. She's a little bit, for Utah County, she's a little irreverent. She likes to say things the way they are. And so we thought that would bring a good flavor to the podcast. So,
you might not know this, but we actually had a failed launch of our podcast video show. Like, we did a YouTube video about 6 or 7 months ago, and we hired a professional videographer to make it. And Adam and I we seemed so stoned, and it was so boring.
It sucked so bad. I didn't even watch it. And I'll watch anything that I'm on, and I didn't even watch my own.
Yeah, we couldn't even get through it. So it was 30 minutes long, and it was super boring. We cut it down to 10 minutes, and it still sucked. So we're hoping
that's the best thing. Okay, you probably shouldn't have told me that, because now the pressure's really on. I feel like I'm the making piece, and if I don't make it, then this is going to suck.
So in case we didn't establish this before, you're the witty color commentary person. So
well, shit.
No swearing.
For real?
Christian can we can always fix it.
Oh well, I probably should leave then.
PG-13.
Okay, I'll keep it to a minimum.
Okay.
Only when it's necessary. There's times when it's necessary.
That's true. Plus the bleep.
Anything that our moms still police Adam and I pretty well. So
my mom just has accepted me now.
Really?
She just accepted me. Yeah. There came a point where she's like, Ashley,
my mom still tries.
You swear? It's okay. I love you. And I was like, this is a moment in history.
Wow.
This is
my
a
mom
moment.
still loves me, but she'll tell me not to swear.
Yeah.
Or to not post. My dad still hasn't figured out when I'm sending him a text and when it's a Facebook post. So if I send him some really crude thing on a text, he'll be like, Adam, I can't believe you posted that on Facebook.
That's
like,
so awesome.
That was just to you. That was just to you. It's not on Facebook.
Adam still texts me. He's like, hey, I just watched this movie. Did you watch it? Let's not tell our moms we watched it.
That's awesome. Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am from Reno, Nevada. I'm 24 years old. I've lived in Utah for 5 years. As far as fitness, I've always worked out. Kind of background behind that, I was super, super insecure growing up. Like, super insecure. Like, you would have not a lick of self-confidence. And when high school hit, I was
turn
like,
that one around.
Yeah. Well, got tired of it. Got tired of being walked all over. And so as soon as high school hit, I kind of realized I had to do something about that. And so I was like, I'm just going to get in way good shape. And so that's where fitness came into my life. I started working out when I was like 16, and I just I really just found a passion for it and loved it. It changed a lot about me, and I discovered a lot about myself with it. And so that's where I've always wanted to compete and everything. And so then I started competing 2 years ago. And I have a lot of different opinions on it. A lot.
We'll get into all that.
Yeah.
Ashley jumped right into the fitness, aspect of it. And
Sorry, that's just about me. That's about me.
Ashley, fitness.
That's pretty much, that's all there is to it. That's the only reason why anyone hangs out with me.
So what do you do right now? Like, you're going to be our co-host as long as you can stand it. As long as the pay is good, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
can't get any worse.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
And
sure.
So what do you do? What are you doing for like work and personal life?
Let's see. So I work 2 jobs. I work for a company called Slide the City. It's a 1,000-foot slip and slide that goes down city streets all over the world.
Yeah,
so
I heard they're going to be one of our sponsors one day when we really grow this audience.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll run that by them. So I travel with them every weekend. We usually fly out Thursday and we get home Sunday. We pull anywhere from 40 to 60 hours in 3 days. It's exhausting, but it's super fun, super fun. And then I also didn't want to say this over public out this way, but just...
We can bleep it out. It's inappropriate.
I work at Red Lobster.
They do have good
cheese biscuits.
Cheese biscuits.
Okay, so maybe you can explain to me. I thought Red Lobster was going out of business like 2 years ago.
No, Red Lobster. So Darden is a company that owns like Red Lobster, Olive Garden, blah blah blah, all the other ones. And Red Lobster, they project. I don't know the exact numbers, but they were supposed to hit like 29 million or something in a year, and they hit like 27 million. It was honestly something like 2 million short of what they were supposed to make.
Which was a couple million.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they like So Darden was like, you're not bringing enough for us, so bye. LOL, bye.
What
And
other companies do they own?
She just said like Olive Garden, right?
Oh,
that's really the only other one I know. I don't know. And so Red Lobster's now its own
it is.
company. It's
So-
privately owned now.
So where can somebody, if they were to not try to find you, where could they not find you working at which Red Lobster?
They cannot find me at the Orem Red Lobster.
Okay,
Just kidding. That's where I
Monday
work.
through Thursday.
That's the
Yeah.
only Red Lobster I know about.
So all our fitness
Don't
friends
go.
and family, if you want to go get some cheese biscuits and lobster,
Do you know how hard it is to be on a diet next to cheese biscuits?
yeah. So that's
Probably
the only
pretty
thing good at Red Lobster.
Right.
It,
Actually,
pretty much.
I'm not into Red
so do you?
Lobster.
So how
Yeah.
does it affect your dating life? Smelling like seafood like
Ooh.
every day.
Ooh, let's just skip over that topic.
This is a true story, real
Skip
quick.
over that topic.
I broke up with a girl after I got back from my mission because she worked at McGrath's, and like
What?
every time we would hang out afterwards, she smelled like seafood so
Okay,
bad. And I hated it.
highmaintenance.com
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
No, I will admit that, but for sure I just couldn't stand. I wanted to like dip her in cocktail sauce, and I couldn't do it.
When I first got married, my wife worked at Los Hermanos, which is a Mexican, well, sure you could guess, Mexican restaurant. And I would make her take off her clothes. Well,
Wow. We're getting into this. Okay.
Okay. But I would make her take off her work clothes and put them in a plastic bag and like tie it tight so that the smell of
Okay.
Los Hermanos wouldn't get into
Well-
our little
So there's a dating tip for you already. I mean, we're already progressing.
Ew.
restaurant.
I don't need any dating tips.
Really?
No, just kidding. Let's hop over that subject
But
again.
you're 24 in this
24.
Utah County. You're like old.
Old.
Yeah, you're
I
an
can't
old
keep
man.
up with these 19-year-olds. I can't do it. I'm old. I'm the old crazy
Do
one.
you actually?
How long have you worked at Red Lobster?
Since last November, because I got fired from my other restaurant job.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
I was a manager up at Thanksgiving Point.
Really?
Yeah.
You stole too
They
many
just couldn't handle it.
breadsticks? Really?
So they were
Oh, that's
like,
where I thought you still worked.
get out. Yeah, no, I don't. I got fired. And I was unemployment for like 2 months, which was sweet.
Really?
You don't do anything, you
I've
get
never-
paid.
I've never even
I
gotten
felt
that before.
the only thing is it really hurts your self-esteem a lot. Like
it
you
really?
feel like crap.
Even though
Yeah.
you're willing to say it and like say about how sweet it was.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like, I mean, you got to be real about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going
It
to
was
lie.
pretty sweet.
That's
I
cool.
So, no, but it hurt your self-esteem. So yeah, I work at Red Lobster, put up slip and slides. I don't go to school.
That
I
does sound like
don't.
an
Yeah.
interesting life. Though.
I'm
Red
way
Lobster.
too-
Works
280,
out,
yeah.
puts up slip and slides,
Yeah.
orders lobster and cheese biscuits.
And I've never been to college because my ADHD is like out of this world.
Have you ever even applied for college?
Nope.
No, not
I didn't even take the SATs in high school.
You didn't?
Nope.
So you knew you didn't want to go to college?
Yep. I wanted to go to hair school, and then I did that, and I was like, swerve. This
Really?
sucks so bad.
Yeah. So,
All these
so
girls.
What's the definition of swerve for like our
For
older
the old
age?
people,
Yeah.
it's like,
I just
Forget-
maybe heard it
forget
for the
that.
first time. I'm not,
yeah, it's kind of like, you what?
He
I
just
said I maybe just heard it for the first time in that context.
Wow.
And I think I'm pretty cool. So
That's debatable,
yeah.
but
yeah.
it's like, how do you explain swerve? Do you know how to explain swerve? Come on.
Off camera.
Wow, you
See?
guys.
See?
But the thing is I heard it from an 18-year-old, so I probably shouldn't say it
and,
because
and Adam has 18-year-olds, so
Yeah.
it's like
well, see, I
It's
can, I
like-
can guess it in context because I just
forget that.
have an
yeah,
idea.
it's kind of like whatever.
changing
Like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
forget that.
Swerve. I don't think I can pull it off.
You can do it.
Yeah,
It's all in the
work on
way
it.
you do it. You're obviously not doing it right.
So, yeah, so you can tell obviously what kind of podcast this is going to be. Anywhere from fitness to cheese biscuits to vocabulary words. Adam, why don't you tell us what we can expect the future and going forward and kind of set the table for what we're going to be doing?
Well, we really wanted to do a general podcast that had to do with Riven, the brand. And, Mike and I, you and I, we obviously think a lot alike. We like the same things. You do like the Patriots. I mean,
Ooh,
I like winners.
swerve.
And that's one of the few.
Swerve.
That's one of the few teams I'm not really into. And then the Patriots
Tom
just
Brady,
today.
Teflon Tom.
Today they just found out 40 games they taped and that the commissioner destroyed the tapes. So Spygate was way, way worse than they originally thought. So now there's new drama with the Patriots. The Patriots are cheaters, big time cheaters, but they
They're the
obviously are good at getting along.
besides the fact they're the classiest organization in the
Well,
NFL.
classy is debatable if you consider they spy on other people. They knowingly destroy evidence. before it's-
Allegedly. This is all the NFL's fault.
All right, anyway, we'll change the subject. But
Some people say that
Mike
Red
is a
Lobster is a
big-time-
classy restaurant.
Mike loves the Patriots. I don't love the Patriots. Mike loves Disneyland. I don't love Disneyland.
I
Other
love
than that,
Disneyland.
We're pretty alike.
Yeah, you just went to Disneyland.
I did.
Annual passes, 2 years in a row. Yeah.
Gee whiz.
That's a little excessive.
We'll have to take Adam one day.
I've been there one time
No,
with my
the thing
kids,
is
and that
you
was
have to
about
know
all
how to
I
do
could
it
take.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you do it right, it's
I
the
could write a book.
best.
No,
You have to have
doing it right is dropping your young kids off and take your older
No.
kids to Magic Mountain. That's
No,
yeah.
it's not true. That's not true.
Okay, so anyway, let's get
He's
to
just not a happy person.
business. Mike and I wanted to start this first podcast out by kind of going over the history of Riven, how it started, and how he and I got together, working together with Riven.
But way less boring than last time.
Yeah, and so the brief history was I used to have a really successful mortgage company and had a lot of extra money. And I love MMA. MMA, or mixed martial arts, and football are my two favorite sports, hands down. In fact, they're the only two sports that I really care about. I mean, I respect a ton of other sports. I can watch a ton of other sports, but really, I'm really into football and MMA. And so I decided that with the extra money that I used to have, I would build a gym that catered to fighters. And it was actually the largest fight gym in the country, maybe even the world at the time. And it was called Throwdown Elite Training Center. And I asked to be able to use the name Throwdown. Throwdown built cages back then, and so I said, "Hey, let's partner up in this. I'll pay for everything. We'll just use your name." And they sponsored some big time fighters back then. One of them was the light heavyweight champion, Quentin Rampage Jackson. And so I built the gym with a buddy of mine, and it was cool. But then Throwdown decided that they weren't going to keep paying us for the apparel that we were going to use, or that we had been selling. And so I just said, you know what, we'll just start our own brand name, because Throwdown as a brand wasn't really big at all when we first started, and we really were a huge part of helping them grow their brand and to merchandise the brand that they had and merchandise the apparel that they were trying to sell. And so we came up with, well, actually, it was just me. I just sat there with a dictionary and a thesaurus for like a month straight, and I went through every word possible. I knew girls didn't really like the name Throwdown. I don't know why. Maybe it's got some bad connotations I'm not aware of, but it was something that girls just weren't into it. And the gym was a mixed martial arts, yoga and Pilates gym, and yoga and Pilates and Throwdown, they just didn't really go that well. And so I wanted a word that was hardcore, but nobody would know was hardcore. And so after months of looking through a million words and looking through a ton of different ideas, I found the word Riven. And Riven is an actual word in the English dictionary. Do you know what it means, Ashley? You're going to have to know.
I don't.
Okay.
I feel like.
Pay better attention to our social media.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I know it's like what it stands for,
Okay, well, I'll tell you.
but I don't know what the actual word
So
means.
my mom, who's an English major and speech therapist and everything else, she actually had never heard of it. It's an English word that means to crush or tear apart or to shred or to slice. I mean, it's a really cool, intense word.
Wow.
And it's a word that's in the English dictionary. And so I liked it. I was looking for a 2-syllable word, and I wanted something with a V in it, because the old logo, the Throwdown logo, was kind of shaped like a V. And so the original Throwdown, or the original Riven logo, covered up
So to cover
covered up all the Throwdown logos in
Yeah.
the gym. And then I sold the gym, because the gym, as an owner, even though I had a general manager, was a pain, because every time I would show up, it would be something where the employees would come and talk to me and try
You're
to get
so
me to
popular.
overdo the manager.
You're so
it wasn't
popular.
that. It was that, nobody wanted to do what the manager told them. I'll admit, the manager was an idiot. I'll say it right now. I mean, he knows who he is. I mean, he got a couple of our fighters' wives pregnant. He for sure had a baby with at least one of them, and he got caught smoking pot. I mean, he was a shady character. I had no idea just how shady he was. And maybe he'll see this and realize just how shady I know that he is. But
I
anyway,
feel like you want him to see this, so you hear. I feel like that was taken off your chest.
he's actually a pretty tough guy, but I don't think he has any guns. I have a gun, so I'm okay.
We just went there.
Down, yeah.
That went. That
I'm not
escalated
I'm not
quickly.
threatening him. I have
That
he
escalated
probably
really
lives on the
quickly.
street in Salt Lake, for all I know. So I think he's homeless because he was supported by his wife exclusively.
Oh, it sounds like a
She
winner.
divorced him, and so now I have.
It's amazing how quickly we devolve. Like we
yeah.
just get off track.
Yeah.
Okay, so back on track. Back on track. A guy wanted to buy the gym, and I was excited to have him buy the gym because then I could just go to the gym and have fun, go and train. And that's where I met Mike. And so Mike, I'm just curious, why don't you say in your words, like, what was it that made you decide? Because my mortgage company, that was the way that I was able to build that gym, I had shut it down. And so I was making zero money in mortgages, which was what had made all the money I had made up until that point in my life, had been shut down for 2 years. I'd been living off my savings for 2 years. Riven was just kind of in a holding pattern. And so that's where Mike comes in.
Yeah, so Adam and I actually met each other at the gym, and I don't know if he knows this, but I'd only been going for like a few weeks or like a month or something. And I just got sick of like the regular gym routine of lifting and so I'm like, I think I'm pretty tough. I'm gonna just go join this. I'm gonna go join this fight gym. Yeah, so I joined this fight gym, and the only class I could really make was this Muay Thai and boxing class at 4:00. And so Adam and I met, and all I knew is I thought he was the owner of the gym at the time. He was the Riven guy, and nobody ever wanted to spar with him because he like is notorious for going hard. Everybody calls him like the Terminator. And so, no, seriously. Anyway, so we just met sparring, and we just had a vigorous sparring session. I think we both bloodied each other's noses.
Mike, you were really tough. I mean, considering how new you were blasting.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I like to.
Like, yeah,
I, like
I
to
know.
think
I
so,
was so
but
great.
I know. At that place, I was like the rookie, getting beat up every day. My first week, I got a black eye, chipped my tooth. So that's what you get at the first week at a fight gym.
Okay.
Anyway, Adam and I punched each other in the face before we even knew each other's names. So it was like stepbrothers. Like, that was fun. Did we just become friends?
So cute.
Yeah, so
That's so cute.
once I got comfortable with Adam, we started talking a little bit more. I knew that he had been doing Riven and nothing had been kind of happening with him, and I had been aware of the brand from going to showdown fights and kind of thought it was a cool local brand that not everybody was wearing. It wasn't like wearing the same buckle shirts that everybody else was wearing.
Ew.
And so, buckle.
Nah.
Anyway, so I wanted, everybody wants a t-shirt business, I mean, I run a business now where all I do is meet with people that want t-shirt businesses.
Yeah.
And, so we kind of got together and started talking about our ideas for it, and we kind of formed a new partnership and came up with some new ideas to get it going. And so that was about 2.5 years ago. We put a little bit of money back into it and got some inventory flowing. And so, that's from my side of it. What really drew it to me was the branding, the name, the look and feel, kind of like a more clean version of the time. All the fight apparel was really popular, the Affliction shirts and the American Fighters, and they were all really gaudy with skulls and knives and stuff like that. And Riven just seemed to have a hard edge, but like a lot more
Class.
Yeah, a lot.
It was classy.
Yeah, a lot classier. And so I think that's kind of the same thing that what brings fans to Riven right now as far as our apparel. And so we've always had the idea of having the company be apparel and content driven, and the journey's kind of taken us to where we're at right now. But that's at least initially how I became involved with Adam, and I think we've done a lot of good things and not really executed on a lot of things that we still have in store. So
yeah. I mean, the truth is, we have come to the point where, just so that you guys know a little bit more about Mike is an unbelievable entrepreneur. He's 10 years younger than I am. So he came in, he bought 50% of Riven. And so he and I co-own Riven, and he now owns Fresco Press, which is the print shop that he originally bought just to help cut our costs on Riven. And now Fresco Press has been killing it. It's kicking butt so much that it's become his primary business. And so Mike has had to put his focus on making sure that Fresco Press is dialed in and is cranking, so that now we're at a point where we have some time to actually readdress our interest in Riven and focus on Riven, and that's why we're starting this podcast.
I had no idea all of this.
So Ashley,
Yeah.
I loved Riven from
how did
all
you
the
ever
time.
how did you get acquainted with Riven?
Oh, so when I started like getting into the competing world and all
Yeah.
that and everything, I would see it.
Yeah.
Like people would wear it or whatever, and like I'd see it at the gym, and I always thought it was so badass, like so cool. And I like to think I'm super hardcore, and I'm not, and I'm really not. And I like to pretend I am. And so I saw it, and I just thought that is so cool. Like,
Well, that's
it's
cool.
so cool.
If you
like,
thought it was cool, it must have been cool.
right, because I'm the coolest.
Yeah, that's
just kidding. But I saw it everywhere, just like in the gym, and my friends would always wear Riven hats, and I love hats, and I was like, I need one of those. Like, I just need one of those. And so I just
Yeah, you need one to wear
like,
during podcasts.
Yeah.
We forgot
Sorry.
to get her one.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Ooh.
Next time,
Dodgers.
you'll have
Whoops.
it from now on. Dodgers,
Sorry.
Riven, it's close.
It's whatever.
Baseball's about as far away from fighting as it
Yeah,
gets,
it's
so
true.
all right.
It's a cool hat, though.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
cool.
I know.
No doubt.
Anyways, so I just saw it and I was like, I just want one of those. And so I started following you guys on Instagram. And I knew that like in the competing world, I kind of had to be acquainted with a lot of these like companies and whatnot. And so I started following you guys. And then like the more stuff you guys posted, I was like, this is a badass company. Like, this is just cool. Like, it just was cool. It was classy, and it was like had an edge to it. And like, I'm not really I don't like wearing pink or yellow or anything like that. I pretty much wear black every day.
Yeah.
And so I never wore like stuff to the gym that was like girly. Like, I liked looking hardcore. And so I bought.
Your username on Instagram is Socks and Converse. Or
Yeah, that's one of my other
One of them,
Instagrams. I don't really use
That's
anymore.
one of the things that you do that's a pet peeve of mine. is
What?
You wear Nike socks with
Oh
Converse.
my gosh! What socks
That
am I
drives-
supposed to
that drives
wear?
me nuts.
No.
Yeah, it's
no.
brutal. She
Okay.
wears black Nike socks with black Converse.
But
It's
what I can
brutal.
do is I can do what I want.
Yeah.
So
I won't
Wear what I want.
I won't wear Nike with Under Armour.
no, you can't.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
like
That's the
you
same
went.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Reebok with Fila's.
So
you even knew
why
that
is
was a
Nike-
company.
so why is-
So,
Right?
so we go back to 2000.
1998
yeah,
called.
1998.
They want their shoes back.
Is that a thing? Do they still exist?
I was the only other like thing I could think of like
Okay,
Reebok that was
I didn't
like
think
not
you were
that
old,
cool.
Old enough to
All right.
even remember
Okay,
Fila.
keep going.
Okay, anyways, so I thought that it was cool. And so I went online and I bought a shirt and I cut it up because that's what I do.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Yeah.
hardcore. And I posted a picture with it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, then you guys posted it, like
Yeah.
reposted it. And I
Yeah.
felt, I'm not going to lie, like, I felt so cool when you guys
Really?
posted. Oh, yeah.
I love that picture. Is that the one? Was the first picture the one where you had the bar on your back, or was it the one you were kind of kicking the bar with your? I think
No,
you
it
were doing
was-
a squat with the Bruce Lee shirt.
There was that one, and then there was another one where I'm like doing shoulder press or something. I can't remember.
yeah.
And I felt so cool,
Yeah.
like on top of the world cool that you
Well, I
guys
loved how
posted
you
this
had your
picture.
shirt cut up, and it just looked like you'd just been
Just
wearing
looked like-
Riven for a long time. It looked
Yeah.
cool.
And so, and then from then on, I always liked the company. I always liked and it takes a lot. Like if I don't like something, I try to consider myself not to be a sellout. Like I'm not just gonna, I'm not just gonna wear something for the name of it or something. I have to really like it. And I have always to this day, liked the clothing and liked the look of it, and it just fit me. And so,
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's good to hear. I mean, that's what we go for. So it's
Yeah.
nice to hear it from your end.
And so the truth is, that's the reason that we thought to have you on here, is
And because I'm
you
cool.
are kind of edgy.
Yeah.
You are a girl, and we're not girls.
No.
And we're not even as edgy as you are.
That's false. It's all up front. I promise.
Edge, and we needed a girl, but I did notice. I thought, hey, that's a girl that looks like she's got some edge to her, and you had your shirt all cut up, so I like that, and I thought it was cool. I don't remember if I asked you if I could repost it or what, but
Yeah.
I definitely thought it was cool the way you represented our brand. And so that's really what this whole show is going to be about every week, is our brand. And Riven not only means those things, I mean, the definition: crush, tear apart, shred, dominate, whatever it is. We have an acronym, and the acronym is respect, integrity, victory, effort, and never give up. And that's something that we think applies to everything in life. And so we consider ourselves a company that is for anyone that wants to push themselves, anybody that wants to be better in any way. Mike and I are both really into business. We're really into MMA and football, and we're really into our families, but we're also both businessmen. And so this podcast, we found that really the biggest fans of our brand really are gym rats, people that love to work out. And so fitness is a big part of our brand. And so our apparel is a fitness brand. It's a fitness apparel line, but we like to provide content, and we like to be associated with people that really do push themselves. I mean, we've been associated with anyone from some of the, like, for example, a guy who was a contestant on the Extreme Makeover weight loss edition.
Yeah.
He lost, I don't know, 250 pounds or something like that. And
Yeah, that's honestly one of my favorite things about being a part of Riven, is the people that I've met, I've met, and the connections that we've made. And I think that's really what the future of our podcast is going to be, are having different guests on with a wide variety of topics, like Adam said, anywhere from, Ashley's edginess all the way to family to business and fitness. And we have a lot of friends in the fitness industry, in the sports world. We sponsor UFC fighters, wrestlers, football players. So we're going to have a wide variety of content and topics that I think, and a lot of it will be just hopefully entertaining. I mean, if we can't be entertaining, if Ashley carries the show, and
For sure.
then we'll be all right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's it for the first one. We don't want to ramble on too long. How are we doing on time, Christian? We're like 40 minutes. I think we are.
You're not timing this?
Yeah.
Come on, do your job.
We need to come up with like a cool sign off or something. So every what's your catchphrase type thing, So we'll start with Ashley.
I don't know. Swerve.
Swerve. Swerve.
Swerve.
Yeah, and we'll just. I just want to thank everybody for listening to this first one. I'll think of a better catchphrase for next time.
Hey, you put it on me first,
Swerve.
and then you can't even think of anything.
YOLO.
We will have guests. We'll have really good content. I mean, that's one thing that I have been successful at, is knowing people that are really good at what they do. And I have connections with people that are great at a lot of different things. And so we'll have experts in a bunch of different fields we'll be able to talk to and get to know how they became successful at what they do. And so
You guys are going to do great. You two are both great. I've always been fans of you both. And so you don't need to be worried about anything.
Thank you.
Good.
You already have the free job, but thank
Good.
you.
Yeah, the one that pays you $0.
Pays you in Riven gear.
We don't need to talk about that.
But anyway, so yeah, that's something that I'm excited to talk to the people that we'll bring in here. I'm excited to see and try to learn from the guests that we have in here, because that's one thing that when I went to BYU, I asked the football, the academic advisor. I said, hey, I really just want to graduate. I don't care what my degree's in. So I said, what's the easiest thing to get a degree? And he said sociology. And so that's what I have my degree in, is sociology.
Good to know.
And for some
wouldn't
reason,
think, right?
it made me learn to be curious about people that are a lot different than I am. And so I've always loved to learn about people, and I'm interested in people and what people's backgrounds are. And so, I feel like Mike and I are a lot alike. Ashley, you're, pretty unique. I mean, you're 24 in Utah County, not married. You've got a tattoo. I mean, that's as crazy as it gets for Utah County. So we've got a pretty broad spectrum of hosts here.
For sure.
But thanks again for watching. Tell your friends about it. We will let you guys know when to expect these to air, and we'll keep them going.
Don't miss out.
Till next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Peace out. As they say, my boy, I asked a kid the other day, I said, hey, so who was getting the most girls at the party? And he says, oh, Coop was killing it. And I said, was he good talking to the girls? He goes, no, he's just sitting in the corner throwing up deuces. So, deuces, peace out. Thanks for listening.
Stay humble, hustle hard. That's mine.
There you go.
Going forward.
Swerve.
Swerve.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. All right.